Hello Cyclone Fanatics, taking a little tour here around Des Moines. I was at Mr. B's earlier this morning. Now I'm here with my good friend Adam Gray at Adam Gray Insurance Company. Is that what you call it, actually?
Adam J. Gray.
Adam J. Gray.
Agency, yep.
Okay, well I just got hooked up with a sick deal on car and life insurance. I posted about this the other day, but this dude hooked me up. I'm getting married in a month. I got my future wife's car on the plan, and it actually decreased by like $150 per 6 months. Look it up. You look up the post, and his links are all over the website, his banner ads, and give this guy a call. Adam, I'm going to talk a little bit about wide receivers today.
Okay.
Big spring game coming up on Saturday. Let's first of all get your take on the wide receivers as a whole. I'm going to give you my dark horse right now. I've written about him a lot. Keith Blanton. He's the guy everybody's talking about. And if you grab the players after practice, be like, who's a guy to watch out for? They all say Keith Blanton, and coaches are talking about him as well. He's a guy I'm really looking forward to watching. What are you most looking forward to in this wide receiver?
I just see how the wide receivers doing now that they're healthy. I mean, last year you had Reynolds hurt, you had Johnston banged up, and you had Darks banged up. Now that they're kind of all healthy again, how are they looking? Are we going to see a top 3? And then at the same time, we won't see them now, but are there, is Young or what's his name, Gary, going to come in and play too? So it'll be interesting. I think that's the most biggest position I'm looking forward to seeing. So
yeah, well, it's going to be a battle. And another thing I've heard Cedric Johnson's phenomenal. I think he's a guy where last year he was terrible,
awful.
I mean, he wasn't just slow, he was dropping passes, he was just not very good.
No separation at all.
No, I mean, he was atrocious last year. But if he can be the receiver who we thought he was going to be, how much of a cushion is that going to be? And then you have Darius Reynolds coming into the mix, you have Darius Darks, Josh Lenz hasn't been practicing, Jake Williams. There's a ton of depth there, and that's not even mentioning the guys who are coming in and Blanton. This could be a really strong part of the team, but we also thought that last year. All of a sudden, it just blew up in our face.
I think we've thought that for the last couple of years. Even when we had Blythe, and Blythe was a good receiver.
John Davis,
but we didn't have the depth around him or the quality Big 12 depth where we got a lot of separation. And that's where I'm kind of hoping a new guy might come in and help us, or the young guys will, like Johnston, will finally step up and be the 4-star player we thought he was going to be.
Jake Williams is a guy who I find intriguing because he kind of came out of nowhere last year. A lot of people are like, Jake, who's this guy? Yeah. Is what happened in the middle of the year with a lot of people. I think you and I are in agreement, though, after talking before this. Jake Williams is a very serviceable wide receiver. But I don't think he's a guy you want to be your starting wide receiver, a guy you're looking for to make plays.
He's not a go-to receiver. He's a guy that could come in, make a couple big catches for you, maybe on 3rd down, but, a top 3 receiver in the Big 12, I don't think he can be a top 3 receiver for you.
I don't think, and I agree, but we're not saying he shouldn't play.
Absolutely. Big catches. He made some great catches for us last year.
Exactly. So. I mean, the Kansas State game comes to mind. I think he's more of a role guy, and he's a consistent guy. You don't ever have to worry about Jake Williams screwing something up. Yeah. I think it's going to be an interesting battle. Wide receiver, that's one of the hot topics to watch for on Saturday. I'm going to have my eye on Blanton. Who you can keep an eye on? One guy you got to watch. Who you going to watch on Saturday?
He'll probably be Johnston.
Johnson.
See how he's getting in and out of cuts. How he's looking, catching the ball. I mean, that's the big thing with him is he catching the football. So. And
Darius Reynolds too. If you see him, if he's a little bit slow, he did sprain his ankle about a week ago in practice. The same leg that he broke. But I mean, at least it didn't break again. Yeah. So maybe it's holding up.
He's got time to get better.
Adam, what's your phone number if they need to get a hold of you?
My number here is 515-278-4364.
All right, buddy.
All right, give me a call.
Will do. CycloneFanatic.com here and Adam J. Gray Agency in Johnston today. Check out his ad all over CycloneFanatic.com. Take care, Fanatics.
Thanks.